Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I am extremely excited. Hopefully I'm always excited in my videos, but today very excited indeed, because you might remember recently we did the homemade TGI Fridays Jack Daniels chicken strips. Absolutely superb. Now in that video I teased the fact, well, I made myself sound like I go there all the time. I think I've only been there like maybe 10 times in my life. It's quite far away from me, but whenever I go there we normally get that. Sometimes this Cajun chicken prawn pasta thing, which we might make another day based on today, because the other thing that I really like is they do these deep fried green bean fries, and they are so good. I walked to Boston this morning. I was so excited. I'm nearly skipping with the leaves. Like, if I can, I don't know if this is going to work, but I found one of these copycat recipes. Some of you guys have sent me different versions over the years, and finally today we're going to break that duck. A phrase that some of you might not be aware of, but that is a phrase. And hopefully smash this out the park. I'm additionally going to make the dip that comes alongside it, and for that you need a ranch dressing, which isn't that easy to get in the UK. There are similar ones and I can order it online, but I wanted to make my own from scratch, and in fact, that's what we're going to do first. Before we make the dip, there we go. That is them. You can see the dip in the background. It's not just ranch, it's got a little other tweaks with it as well. A little bit of cucumber in there too, but this is the body, this is the main vessel. Come on, let's go. All right, homemade ranch dressing. I've tried it many times, but never made it myself. The body of it is actually these 3 white ingredients here. Hopefully the camera will show, or it just looks like a big pile of snow. The main bulk of it is buttermilk. Then there's a little less mayonnaise, then an even little less sour cream. We've also got some pepper, some salt, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, chives. But the other thing is dill, and I really love fresh dill. Tend to have it a lot with salmon and stuff like that, but I blooming love it. But it does say to get dried stuff. I wanted to go fresh. It's no big deal. An excellent spoon. There we are. Hi, Stuart. Look, let's mix this all together. And the reason I'm making this now is just like any other dip. It's got to be cold, hasn't it? So we can get this done, get it chilled, ready for dunkage. But of course we can tweak it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is amazing. But the TGIs don't just use ranch, they enhance it with this. 2 tablespoons of horseradish. That's probably going to give it a little bit of heat. Went for a phase of putting it on like everything. Most recent I've done with that was Frank's hot sauce. I was going for a phase, no matter what we had for tea, I was just putting hot sauce on it, and it was wonderful. I'm just wondering what the next thing will be. Sriracha was another one, but maybe yellow mustard. I'm getting a little bit fond of that at the moment, I don't know. So this is half the cucumber. Shading. I don't know. Oh my gosh, there's cucumber juice on it. Let's get the cucumber juice in, why not? Let's be inclusive. So we just mix that through like that. Oh, wow. Ooh. It's got a nice bit of texture now in there with the cucumber. And the horseradish has given it like a little bit of tang, a little bit of spank, a little bit of pizzazz, yeah? Oh, it almost feels like you've added lemon juice, but it's more like the slight heat, the horseradish-nush in there. Nice, so that's it. That is the dip done. I'm gonna shove that in the fridge. Let's wrap master it. Yeah, in the fridge. Just to say, I looked at that recipe when you sent me, and sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but maybe you guys get put off with it too. I used to find this thing, if a recipe had more than like 8 ingredients, I'd kind of lose interest. And for that dip alone, it was like, but I wanted it to be authentic. And a lot of that I generally tend to have in the house anyway. Don't get me wrong, if you're not a ranch fan, you just do any other dip that you like, or you could just get some online and just buy a teeny weeny bit. But that tasted so good. Right, the headline act of this video. Beans. I got a blob on that lens again. I don't know, I can see a few little marks. All right, green beans. These were 60p a bag, which I thought wasn't too bad. And obviously you can get them in the freezer aisle as well. Or of course, the ultimate would be to grow them yourself. Now, normally you would simmer these in some water, but down here, oh no. We're gonna simmer it. This is some chicken stock. We cook them, boil them. We're gonna boil them for about 5 minutes in there just to soften it. So not water getting in there, but I assume that's gonna drive some flavor in there. It's like sometimes I've cooked like pasta and rice with a stock cube in it. I'm not sure if that does anything. Risotto probably would absorb that flavor, but this is for the beans. It's pretty cool. Nah, I can't find it. Oh no, I gave it away to someone on Patreon. I did have an actual gadget for green beans, but I'm gonna trim the ends. I'm sure I could do this much quicker with a knife, but I'm finding it very therapeutic to just take the top and bottom off with a set of scissors. Okay, I'm 3 in and I'm bored already. I'm gonna do it with a knife, but just trim the ends off and give them a wash, all right? and into that stock. Beautiful. The smell, I kind of forget that it's chicken stock in there. It's like, okay, we're gonna let it gently simmer there for about 5 minutes, and then to stop it cooking, we don't want to first lesson of beans, you don't want to overcook your beans. After 5 minutes, which is the typical package instructions anyway, 5 to 6, we do 5, be crazy. Put it into cold water just to stop them cooking anymore. That's had 5 minutes bubbling away. The beans are ready. The pug is ready. The water is ready. I've got to drain it off, so I'm not ready, hang on. They've got a little bit more puffed up, and I don't know if it's just me, if they've taken a teeny bit of colour, maybe not. They certainly look nice and cooked though, don't they? Whoa. And everything was calm. So, these get cooled down. Oh, it's kind of like this weird, like, warm and cold feeling. Like being one end of the bathtub. But they can kind of sit there now. In fact, you could do this stage of the recipe, then freeze them. But what we'll do is, well, now they are cooled down, we can pat them dry, but we'll get the other bits ready. Folks, there's a little bit of deja vu, really. We've got some pepper again. We've got some salt again. I'm using my smoked salt that I really like. It's nice. Onion powder, garlic powder. Now this is going to be our dredge that we, you know, when you're doing battering stuff, you sometimes have like the egg in the milk. In fact, that's what we do have, and you can sometimes season that, or you can season the flour. We have just basically seasoned the flour that it gets rolled in, but apparently rather than just going meh, that's my action for doing a spoon or stirring it, meh, we stick it into a food processor to blend it up and break it down and make it a little bit more fine, especially the pepper and the salt actually. And when I have had them in the past, the coating is nice and thin. It's not too chunky, it's kind of smooth. So hopefully this will help that. I don't really care either way, to be honest. I mean, it's going well so far. It looks exactly the same to me. It doesn't tell me to do this, but I might be completely overkill now and pass it through a sieve into our plate for the dredge. The dredge. Completely unnecessary, but why the heck not? It's probably my motto in life as well. So the beans, which are going to be dried, will get dredged in this to wrap it in the flavour for frying. But before we put it in this, we need to put it in a mixture of egg and milk. Normally we just do egg, but the recipe said milk too, so let's whisk. I can't remember if I said it with the stock. You don't actually have to use chicken stock. If you're vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock, or maybe, I mean, I think it's great that you're possibly adding more flavour by doing that. You just use water if you want. Waka waka waka. Actually, for research, nope, not getting any of that chicken flavour at all. But if you've got a stock cube lying around, do it anyway. So I'll just get some more kitchen towel on top and just pat it. That is dry, that will do. So we will take one bean. I'll show you this. I'll be doing it much quicker normally, but just a little bit of that egg on there, and then straight in, and then use your dry hand just to lightly coat it, and then we place it onto a lined baking tray. Doesn't have to be a Barry Lewis baking tray, but it helps. All right, that is them all coated, and it's not absorbing the flour too much. It's doing really well holding it on there. This is my freezer. It goes in there for half an hour. Patreon will know this. One of the bonus videos I did was that Snoop Dogg bacon. I kind of hope with this, like what happened with the Billionaire's bacon, so this won't make any sense to some of you guys, but the sugar dissolved completely, but it was still there. I'm hoping with this we still see the flour, and part of my thinking right now, we're about to get the fryer ready, so that is the next step. I think when these get delivered to the restaurants in TGIs, this is the stage they're at. So again, you could get to this point and have them in your freezer like a big bulk bag, and then just chuck them in your freezer, and Bob's your uncle. Whenever I say that, I get so many comments. Bob literally is my uncle. Okay. Look who's back. My absolute bargain fryer. If you missed that video, do check it out. In fact, I've actually got a fondue maker from them, which will be a future video very, very soon when you like cook steak and cheese on it and stuff. Very exciting indeed. Got our basket. It's warm to 350, and hopefully if the flour's stuck on there, we can stick a few in there and jolly well give this a go. I'm going to just coat the bottom layer, and I'll put the other ones back in the freezer. With it being floury, I've got a feeling it might be a little bit messy, but hey ho. Ooh, cheeky. It smells like I'm frying celery. That has had actually, it says 90 seconds, it's had 2 minutes, and I've got a nice golden brown colour on there. Yeah, I am happy with that. My only thing is that I think it's lost a little bit of the coating. Because the other beans are back in the freezer, I'm going to dredge them again in a bit more flour and see if that helps just get a bit more crispness on there. See how these are a bit more coated? Let's try that. Aha! Yes! Oh my gosh, that is much better. Crispy! So down on kitchen towel, if you're wondering where the other ones are, I've dredged them again in the flour, and I think that really has made a difference, but I'm keeping them in the freezer Gonna fry up some more batches. It gets pretty dangerous. Even with my best mate, that best fryer, it needs a name actually. Any suggestions for the fryer? Fryer Tuck? I'll get them all done and then we get to taste them. Mwah. Folks, change of plan. I just got that second batch out, and whilst I was really confident, I've taken them out, and the colour, I think by doing that second coating on it, if I just try this one. So what I've done there is re-dredged the rest of the beans I had. I literally washed them under the tap, dunked them in egg again, but this time I've made a new mix with some fine breadcrumbs in it as well, so a little bit of surface area. And oh my gosh, that's looking much better. So if that is the case, I will tweak the recipe in my write-up and put that on there because we want to get them right. Oh, there we go. I am so much more happier with that. Look at that. They've got the colour. They've got that even coating. These were too thick. These were slightly too thin. And I'm quite lucky because I just randomly had this like old pot of golden breadcrumbs. Of course I could just whiz up some bread, but you can see it's given it a nice good coating on there. So one princess layer, but put the breadcrumbs in. Let's just quickly show, these are the 3 stages of fried green beans we've done today. So we started off with these ones where we had that real nice thin layer on there, but almost too thin, okay? So we freezed it, gave it its time, fried it, and some of the coating fell off, although the oil did stay pretty clean to be fair. So it's okay, there's a nice dusting on there, but you can probably see a little bit too much green bean than you would hope. In the middle, we kind of just dredged it again and just put some more flour on it, and they've become like more like rock hard. The coating on there is so firm, it's almost like an edible cigar. But these ones, just by adding some breadcrumbs, has really given it. You've got the little bit of green bean still showing, but that nice, thin, speckled edge on there, and ultimately, just one layer. Folks, it is absolutely hammering down now, but look, we've got our donkey thing here. I just did a thumbnail, that's why it's already dunked. Oh my gosh, donkey thing, aka the homemade ranch, with the enhanced horseradish and cucumber. Oh my gosh. Honestly, that is so good. Oh my gosh. You've got this lovely snappy crunch on there, slightly flavoured batter, and then like this comforting blanket of beans. Drenched in this slightly tangy fresh ranch. This cold, it clings to it better now. That is so good. And as the rain hammers down, I'm actually quite proud of myself that I didn't just stick with the first version, because it would have been alright. In fact, it's alright, but half of it is falling off. Whereas this, with that breadcrumb evenly wrapped around it, gives you that coverage and helps it hold and colours it quite consistently. We've done it. Oh my gosh, Boston, we've done it. The other thing I'm happy about is the oil. I'm really happy about the oil because it was actually quite clean, so we can reuse it again another day. And we absolutely nailed this, so it was worth persisting. If you like the Jack Daniels chicken though, do check out that recipe, because just like this, it was worth, I mean, I didn't need to tweak that, it was just bang on straight away. But with this, a little few more tweaks and I am over the moon with how this turned out. So that's it, folks. If you do try it, send me a photo on your social media platform of choice. I love to see your attempts. That's the whole reason I do this channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Make sure your notifications are turned on, and let me know anything, and perhaps actually TGI stuff, particularly like the Cajun chicken pasta. That might be the next one you'd like to see next, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Folks, I haven't been to TGI Fridays for quite a while, and unless it could just be localised, and I might not be looking too accurately, yep, sesame chicken strips like we've done. I cannot see the green beans on there anymore. Oh my gosh, which makes this even better. Surely they must still do them. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, so if they don't, brilliant, make them. If they do, well, make them anyway.